It is a cold rain coming down. It could be a wet and wild one here by the lakeshore as we join you from Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Okay, ready?
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Boston, the man in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to find Calvin Austin.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
You look at this Browns defense.
This unit, they struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Now Cunningham. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 15. Here's Watson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early. And I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be a third and about 13. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, guys, you got this. Let's win.
Let's go, baby. It's going to be a good day, boys. It's going to be a good day.
Third down and 13.
Keep up with our attack.
Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on third down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Browns at 2-7 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. You look at this Steeler defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. Austin, the man in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And on the stop, Damontae Kazee.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down and 6 now. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. We're scoreless after 1.
Get on, boys. We got this.
touchdown. A great effort there. Scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out.
And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on the short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop up here this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there, and what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. On 1st and 10, Watson.
To the right side, that's where Tillman is.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have the Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. On 1st and 10, it's Strong.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
I'll be giving enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run with Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This the most important of them all. 3rd and goal.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Chubb is in the feels every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
and 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Cunningham. It's brought in by Harris. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Third and 3. Here's Cunningham from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 14. First down, Pittsburgh.
What happened? Seriously? Is that even a play?
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
These two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
In motion right is Austin.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, it's Watson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time
We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Jakeem Grant now to return. This is Jakeem Grant. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
At the 22-yard line.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At the 24-yard line.
Let's go now.
On first down, it's Cunningham.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 touchdowns and back-to-back incompletions. They know this one with number 4 coming out third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. They'll roll him out right.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Cunningham looking to throw.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. A very solid gain of 27.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Cunningham.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now for the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Cunningham. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. Get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down in distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
On 4th down, Cunningham.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now yet another incomplete completion here as they fail to connect on third.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
To throw on second down, Cunningham. He'll let it fly for Austin.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Desmond King picks it. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joel Bitonio. Here's Chubb on the read option.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. To throw on second is Watson. And his throw here is incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Watson.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there. Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Off play action, it's Cunningham.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A couple of quick incompletions, and that was more from getting off the field. They've got options now. Can they dial the points here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Cunningham. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Let's go now.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will make this a 4-point game. does well now to kick it away after the touchdown.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second and 8 coming from the 19.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Cooper, the man in motion right. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Cunningham to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin.
That is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And some room to run now.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Cunningham. Escapes the sack. Dancing to his left. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Good for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay a 4-point game. And this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
occasionally you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 42-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Here's Cunningham. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cunningham.
And he'll get it right back to Washington.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cunningham flush to his right.
That is intercepted.
Picked up by Demonte Kazin.
And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
One last throw here for Watson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns,